So here is the big man, Trent Williams, on McKivits and kind of what he's seen from him.
I think it's well deserved. It's been a long time coming. I remember having conversations with him when he didn't make the roster and he had to go to the practice squad for a couple of weeks and how bummed out he was. He was playing great, but it's a numbers game more than anything. And just to see him continue to grind, not to be discouraged, continue to let his talent show, play with confidence. He earned it. He's here for a reason, and he got that spot for a reason. He earned it, and I'm proud of him.
Freaking love that, man. It's so similar. The Niners have done this with a lot of players. Same thing with Brandon Ayuk, who we started talking about at the start of this episode. The doghouse, that's a real thing, and you've got to overcome. Everybody steps into the league and your talent shines. You got to work for it. And Brandon Ayuk didn't start last year. You remember that? Trent Sherfield started over in week 1, and Ayuk and you remember Fred Warner kind of turned him into a beast, and then he just went all world. He's been incredible since then. Colton McKivits got cut. It's a practice squad guy. Nobody even claimed him. Now he's fighting for it and changed the way he has played. The trajectory is there. We talked about Aaron Banks. We talked about Drake Jackson. People just think life is going to be easy and everybody's going to be superstars and that they got to be amazing all the time. But that's not life. That's not life. Even the all-time greats, that's not life. I go through these roster series. I always start with like who these kids were in high school. And most of them are the best of the best of the best in high school, of their states, of their districts, of their teams. And their number, 1 through 10 in their state going to college, whatever college they want. Oh, they're going to be amazing. And they're the best in their college. And they're the best in their conference. And they're the best in the country. And then they go to the pros. And then they get cut. Or they don't make the team. It's so difficult when you're always told, and I've seen this from such a young stage. I was a freaking freshman coach early on, and people would come and tell me how their son is the next Barry Sanders. Everybody was great. And I love the families that would support their kids, and rightfully so, man. You should believe your kids are great. My kids are great. Some people think their kids are great. My kids are great, right? That's the whole thing. Yeah, but my kid's different. That's just not the way the world works. There's 53 49ers. 53. Not even all of them get a suit up. 47 do with 3 quarterbacks. So it's just, I don't know. When everybody has this, they're going to make a movie about me. I'm the best there is. I'm always going to be the best. There's only a few of those. And I would argue that the few of those that are there that get to that level, listen to Debo. I was awful. It was terrible. Every aspect was terrible. That dude was an all-pro, all-world season, 1,770 yards. He went from that to awful. My favorite axiom in football, this is an old coaching axiom, is, football doesn't build character. It reveals it, okay? Now, the first part I always had a problem with because I do think football does build character, but it is an absolute damn fact that football reveals who the hell you are. Because in life, we all go through shit. Sorry, I'm just going to say it. Stuff happens, man. And life is hard for everybody. Nobody has easy lives. Not even rich people. It don't matter. Life is difficult. How do you respond when things get difficult? Colton McKivits been through it. Dude got cut his second year. Literally, go. He went from gold helmet guy who was supposed to take over for Joe Staley's retirement because they were going to spin the pick that they traded for Trent Williams on Colton McKivits to be the new left tackle. That was the plan of the 49ers. Now, they got lucky because Trent Williams forced his way out of the Minnesota trade to the 49ers. All right, cool. He's been the best left tackle 3 straight years since then. But the guy that was going to be Joe Staley's replacement got cut 1 year into his whatever. But that's not where the story ends. It hasn't even begun yet, right? Like, we get to see that this year. And I'm pumped. He's mean as hell. And if you are a person that's just like, man, why didn't we get a right tackle? That was the number one complaint. Why did the Niners not draft an O lineman? Well, because they believe in him. They really do. We'll see. So the question goes, how the 49ers 2023 season will be determined. Two players that if they ball out, McKivits and Drake, whew. Sorry, I went on a little rant there. I was feeling it, man. I was feeling it. Tommy, you are so consistent, brother. I feel like we are like total opposites, but you're a really good dude. Niners drafted a left tackle with the first pick next year. I think so too. I really do think so. Even if Trent comes back, and I hope he does. But I will say this: the player that I would be watching for, the next upcomer, Leroy Watson, man. I'm a big fan of Leroy Watson. Big fan of Leroy Watson. But we'll see. We'll see. I do think drafting one would make a lot of sense.
The 49ers Rush Podcast.